Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of the WGL Grand Finals, where today we will crown a champion and they will take home 150.
Okay, we are live in the Grand Finals 2015 here in Warsaw, Poland. I filled today's excitement with the hype. You guys at home have been chatty like always, but just in case you didn't know our faces for whatever reason, I am Luke Neller, otherwise known as Dorjan24, and to my right, only really known as the Mighty Jingles.
Evil overlord of the salt mines.
Now, we were going to have Quickie Baby dance in front of the camera, but he's off somewhere, so I guess it's just going to be us.
That's
but
right.
we are psyched to be here. Yesterday's games were fun.
That's right.
And we had fun here, especially with Quickie Baby having his trousers off.
That's right. That's why he wasn't here for the intro. He didn't want it to disprove the rumour that he is not actually wearing trousers.
He doesn't need to, apparently, because he's only a chest. He's only a torso.
Yeah. He doesn't have the belly glacis armour that I do, of course. But, you know, he's manoeuvrable. He's got the speed and the agility.
Did you sleep well last night?
Oh, like a log.
Because I've already told everyone at home, I'm already running on coffee for one good reason.
Yes.
I had people knocking on my door at 2:30 in the morning, asking where Janice is. So if you guys have seen Janice, let me know, because people were asking me. I have no idea.
You have to retweet this stream to his fiancée, by the way, because she's probably going to want to know who Janice is as well.
Who is Janice? I have no idea. They woke me up to ask me where she is, and I really don't know. Anyway, our first game is Elong versus Santa Claus and his 6 reindeers. And we saw how powerful they were. But before we go into that first game, let's recap what actually happened yesterday, because we did say goodbye to 4 of those teams. In Group A, School Bus dominated, and Yoto came second. Roulette at the last second, with the very final game of the day, was dropped out. In Group B, Hellraisers dominated. Kazakhstan second. Arete, the South Korean team, came last, was knocked out. Navi, the reigning champions, are in first place, coming through into the second day. Elong also from second place, coming through. RG Razor, the Chinese team, going home. WP.SC6, they are one of the wild cards, but also part of the Russian region, dominating their group, surprising us, defeating Virtus.Pro, the number 2 seed from the European cluster, who are also coming through from the 2nd seed. Elevate, the North American team, we said goodbye to. They put up a good fight, but just not good enough. They actually only took 1 game officially. One battle they only took of all their fights, but it was, you know, it wasn't completely one-sided. They were just a little bit short on every single fight.
It looked bad. The final scores didn't really tell you what the games were like. They fought hard.
They fought like true Americans.
Yeah, they didn't go down easily.
No, they really didn't. They fought tooth and nail. But I think we need to have a look at the schedule of today, if we've got it, because you guys want to know what is going on. We do have School Bus versus Kazna Crew on the main stage. In the backstage with us here, with me and the Mighty Jingles, EL Gaming, Elong, the Chinese team, facing off against WP.SC6. I must say that Elong, although a Chinese team, are representing APAC Asia. After that, we are commentating on Yato Gaming versus, and on the main stage is Navi versus Virtus.Pro. After those games, the semi-finals will be commentated by the Mighty Jingles and Quickie Baby himself. Right. So they'll be on after 4.
There we go, it's back.
There we go. I'll repeat myself just in case you didn't hear that, because I lost the hearing on my microphone. The Mighty Jingles will be with Quickie Baby for the semi-finals, and after that, it will be me and Quickie Baby to close the day off with the 3rd place playoff.
That's right. Yes.
So that's the order of events today, and that's it. We're packed again.
Yeah, you'll be pleased to hear that all the teams that were knocked out yesterday are now hard at work in the salt mines.
Actually, I think some of the players are going to be rotating off the analytic desk from the mainstream. Right. So you will actually see some of the players and what went wrong from them, their opinions there, if you pay attention. So let's find out what's going on today with the first combatant. We have Santa Claus and his 6 reindeers. Let's see what they have to say.
Andrew, how was day 1 for you?
Day 1 is hard. We've started with Virtus.Pro, and this is very hard for us, because Virtus.Pro are one of the best teams in Europe, and was one of the best teams in the world. So when we won Virtus.Pro, the second match is not so hard, but there is Grand Finals, and there is no bad teams. all teams are the best in their countries.
Now, a lot's been made about the energy, you know, the thousands that are watching, the support online. What's that like for you as a player?
I think that that support of the community is very important for teams, and we have not battles today on the scene. We played at the backstage, and this is not the best for us. but tomorrow we'll play at the main scene, and this is good.
That is the wild card from the Russian region. As some people in the chat were noting, this guy, yes, that is some with a Russian accent. They are the wild card. They came in, they didn't come from the Russian league.
That's right.
But it's because they are like the Kazna crew. They're also a wild card for the European. And that's because they won their respective leagues, or very high ranked at the very last second. So we brought them in because they're powerful, but didn't earn the points. Yeah. So here they are. Here is the lovely looking gentleman.
They look like they mean business, don't they?
They are mean. I wouldn't want to meet them in an alley. I would cross the road and try and get away. They do look mean. So they're from the Russian region, and they didn't do particularly well, but at the very end of the season, they really picked up their game like Elevate and became incredibly powerful. A lot of people are rumoring that these guys in Hellraisers are the biggest threat to Navi, because they've seen them play, they fought against them a lot online.
And they played very, very well yesterday.
And look, fought their way through the Bronze and Silver League. So they're one of the newer teams that went all the way through the league progression system when it came out.
I was really impressed watching them play because, as you say, they entered as a wild card, so nobody was really expecting that much of them, but they just dominated every match they played.
Well, that is Santa Claus dominating. Elong, on the other hand, had a much harder time. And let's see what they have to say for themselves. Elong from China.
So, Liwei, day one, job's a good one. You're in day two. How does that feel?
这个感觉嘛，非常不错。但是呢，我们那个前面的对手也都非常的厉害，我们也会有一些心理上的压力，但是我们会全力以赴的对待。
I feel very well. I'm very happy to have been able to enter the day two competition. But also tomorrow we are about to confront some of the strongest opponents, and also we have some mental pressure.
Good stuff. There's hundreds of thousands of people watching at home, thousands that have turned out here in Warsaw to watch you play live. What's that like for you and your team to see and feel that energy and the crazy fans that are here supporting you?
其实我们这个队伍呢，经历了很多这种线下的比赛，绝大多数队员已经能够适应这种线下的比赛。当然有更多的观众看着我们呢，一是压力，二是队员呢在某种情况之下会更加兴奋。确实是这样的。
Every one of our players is an experienced player, and we have gone through many competitions, and we have experience in playing in front of a big audience. Of course, some of us will experience some mental pressure, but I think that most of us is simply excited to play in front of an audience.
Elong representing APAC, Asia, but also from China. They're one of these teams that compete in a different league from their nationality, but they still represent both, really. Let's be honest here. They put up a massive fight yesterday, but they were defeated once. That's why they did not end up #1 in their seed. They have a tough battle coming up. Let's have a look at their stats and statistics and meet these gentlemen. They're one of these teams that want to be professional gamers. They want to work this full time. They don't want to be splitting this between work life. They want this to be their work life, like Quickie, who does his streaming as his full-time career at the moment.
From what I saw these guys yesterday, I mean, yeah, they didn't finish top of their group. They got through, but sorry.
They want to hear your voice, sir.
From what I saw of these guys playing, they had some, particularly when they were playing on Runeberg, some absolutely fantastic tactics. And I really think tactics are these guys' strong point. The Runeberg match that I saw them playing, masterful use of their IS-3s and the heavy tanks to actually seize the cap and then send their light tanks forward to defend the heavies, keep them in cover, and then not just not just a static defense. They actually sent the light tanks out into the enemy team and took them out as they were coming in to try to... It was just a masterful display of how to use the heavies and the lights together on a map like Ruinberg. While you guys were obviously commentating on a different match. It was a very, very well-played game.
Wow.
So I really like the way they played. I'm looking forward to seeing them again.
Yeah, I didn't see that because I only saw the battle where they lost, and obviously they didn't look so strong because they lost. I mean, you can't judge a book by their defeats. I don't think that's the quote. I think I messed that up.
It should be the quote. We'll make that the quote.
Well, that's the quote. Right. You can't judge a book by their defeats. Makes sense to somebody, I'm sure.
It's a good job you don't do this for a living.
Don't tell anybody. This is our little secret, okay?
Well, there goes my seat again. Oh.
It's a great arena. You guys who didn't turn up, actually it's a little bit rainy today. Yesterday was so hot, but today it's drizzling a little bit. The queue is massive as always, and it's actually, they've stopped people coming in again. It's so many people here. They've actually prevented people from coming in because obviously there's fire hazards and stuff. There's health and safety regulations.
I don't know if you obviously can't see it from here, but this place is absolutely packed out. It is standing room only. People were queuing up 5 hours before the doors opened.
When we arrived first thing in the morning, it was 2 hours and a half before the show was even going to be starting, and
500 people in the queue.
Yeah, it was basically the entire arena worth of people already waiting outside with their umbrellas above their head. Yeah. It's absolutely packed, but I don't want to discourage you, but just have to come early next time you come to one of these events because it's absolutely packed. And oh wait, I was about to start a new conversation, but we know exactly what the battles are going to be played on. So let's have a look at those maps. We do have Murovanka, Prokhorovka, and Prokhorovka will be the decider map if they go to the third map. Yeah, so just in case you don't know the running order, I'm going to ask, do we have the video that explains the rule set for today? I would love to play that for our audience at home. For those who didn't tune in yesterday and don't know exactly how this goes on, do we have that available? Oh, no, we can't because the game is starting, so I'll quickly run through it. It's 2 maps, and you attack twice, defend twice, or defend twice, attack twice, depending. So there's 2 maps like that. So it's 8 battles total, but it's first to 5. And if you do the maths, that means it can actually come up to 8. So there can be a player from the last one. But that's enough of us. Let's go into game and see the tanks shoot each other. Let's go into it. Elong in the red, and Santa Claus, they're in there. Oh, wait a minute. They're not moving, so I think there is a technical issue. If there was a battle starting properly, they would be moving.
Yeah, the countdown time was already gone, but nobody's moving, so there's obviously some sort of... Oh, no, wait, there it is.
No. That's Santa Claus. They're moving, but the Chinese team is staying still, so I've got a feeling that one of them has dropped out and it's not working correctly. Yeah, there you go. The freeze has happened, so we do have time.
Oh, well.
I believe there's going to be a technical fix. We
can
run that video.
Gaming.
We can run that video now that tells you exactly how it goes on, because we got time. I'm sure of it. So as soon as I get information, we can do that. It happens. This is exactly what happened. I don't want to pay attention to the lineups because it could change. That could be one of the reasons why that got restarted, that someone picked the wrong tank and broke a rule. But
stay tuned.
We will pretend. Like, hey, I want that Men in Black thing. Ready? Look at the camera. Right. There you go. You don't remember that just happened. Okay. And they're restarting the game now. Okay, I'll go back through the rules, considering we're not going to use the infographic.
Yeah.
Attack twice, defense twice. We got that, right? So you get through to 8 points, and if it's 4-4, there has to be a third map. But the way they do the third map, because obviously it's attack defense, the person who won the attack the fastest, unattacked, the fastest, goes through and picks whether they're attacking or defending, because not every map favors the defense.
That's right.
Some of them is just really difficult to defend on, and actually the attackers have a little bit of an edge. So it's really depending on your playstyle, what you're comfortable with, what you pick there. Is there any other rules we need to explain? Oh, I guess what is actually going on. It's team battle format.
That's right,
You don't actually play team battles, do you?
I've played team battles very, very irregularly, but I played before they changed the format, so this is completely different.
It's much better nowadays.
Yeah, much better.
So team battles, guys, if you don't know, you have 7 tanks, not 15, 54 points, and by points I mean tier points.
That's right.
Maximum tier 8, minimum tier 6. So if you're quick, 6 tier 8s and 1 tier 6, or 5 tier 8s and 2 tier 7s. You might think, well, it's obvious choice. Always go for the tier 8s, but no, there are quite a few tier 7s that are really useful. We commonly see the
like the M41 Walker Bulldog, for example.
Yes, and we also saw yesterday a lot of people using the T54 lightweights, 5 of them, and 2 LTTBs.
LTTBs as the tier 7s, or sometimes we've seen a couple of teams sneak some on. In fact, we even saw an E25.
Yeah, that was
one of the tier 7s.
That
was not expected. And tell you what, he had a great game.
He had a great game, but they did lose.
They lost, but the E25, we thought they got an E25, that's it. Instant win,
GG,
overpowered tank.
Everyone who's faced an E25 knows that tank is little tank.
I'll tell you what, the AMX 1390 that he was chasing down at the end of that match wishes there hadn't been an E25 on the other team, because he absolutely humiliated him.
I did like the fact they have the lasers on, so you guys at home can see the shots a little bit clearer, and these shots were coming just over his because it's so low, isn't it? The shots were like skimming
they were just
the
zipping
top.
over the top of the tank, and he was going, ha ha, can't hit me.
There we go. So we did this yesterday, and we broke the chat, so I think we should do this again. Where are you guys watching from? Have we got North Americans waking up early or staying up late for the show? Do we have people from Asia coming in to support Elong? Are you guys... no, this is evening for you guys. So you guys comfortable with your glasses of wine, your smoking pipes and your jackets?
Right. Sitting there with your pipe and slippers.
And relaxing. I'm not sure if that's just an English thing. Is that an English thing?
I like to think it's international.
International.
Style and class is just international, isn't it? You know.
Of course. So you guys at home, are you doing that? Where are you from? Here we go.
So we got Netherlands, Czech Republic, America, Ireland, Norway, Austria. You're from everywhere.
Everywhere.
You're all citizens of the world.
Welcome. I'll do my classic intro. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where the world you're watching. We are now going into game number 1, retake. And let's hope there's no more technical issues. Let's see that battle. We do have Elong Gaming representing APAC Asia from China in the red, defending on Murovanka. We have well played Santa Claus and his 6 reindeers representing the Russian cluster, the Wildcards, on the attack. So let's see what happens.
So Santa Claus, fairly standard lineup. We've got 4 T54 lightweights, an RU-251 and a pair of Walker Bulldogs. No big surprises.
The T49.
Oh, the T49.
We love this tank. I think they have it in every lineup they have, or at least very frequently. We see it every battle. They
just created in the T. Of course, it just looks like a Walker Bulldog on the team list.
He's very creative, my friend. He's very creative.
He loves that T49, doesn't he?
These T49, for you who don't know, it's got one of the derp cannons, right? It's got one of those big, chunky, round, 100mm cannons that can do loads of damage or no damage. But Nightmare snaps a quick shot, damaging the T49 for no return. I was about to say no return damage. He does return some damage.
Nightmare has taken a hit, but I don't think it would have been a bit more damage than that if the T49 had hit him.
Well, not always, because the front of the turret of the T54 lightweight is incredibly tough.
And that's the thing. Playing the T49 against tanks like the T54 lightweight can be a bit of a risk, because you can hit and penetrate and just basically wreck him. But it's got just enough armor that you can't guarantee to do full damage.
Absolutely not, unless you get into his rear end and do surprise BS.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, that's the thing we can't talk about.
I think everyone at home knows what we're talking about, though.
You know what we're talking about.
If you know what we're saying, you know. If you don't, you don't need to know.
That's right.
It's one of those situations.
Yes, you obviously don't have security clearance to know what we're talking about.
Okay, but I do like this formation from Elong, but it's very condensed.
Yeah, they basically just packed all around. They've sent reflection out to keep an eye on the other cap.
But bulking is incredibly
Bulkin's doing
low.
it again. Bulkin in his T37.
Yes.
He's in the same time, well, the same place every time. He's their scout. He's down there keeping an eye, looking for the defense on the second cap.
Wait a minute, the order's been given. They're springing into action. They're jumping on him. They want to kill him. They did. They took out Kerosoi. This is a complete upset as Elong Gaming go 1 tank up. Their gun is in the advantage, and all hell breaks loose, but we can't see it. It's off the screen. There we go. We see a little bit better.
They're just
but
powering
look at all
straight
the
through.
ammo rack damage, and people from Nightmare's dead on his tank and spring. But the HP advantage is firmly in Elong Gaming's side. Black goes around the corner, trying to go and Beowulf. Beowulf is down. Oh my God, his weak play got to lose their first game to Elong. This is absolute upset for anyone who was taking statistical voting on this match.
This is a really aggressive play from EL Gaming. And that's great.
Yeah, look at these firm shots against Funny Mushroom. I just noticed that name. He's a Funny Mushroom. But Just Creative now is taking a lot of damage. He could be the only one who could maybe save it if he lands a really big shot. But he's on reload. Funny Mushroom goes down. Just Creative's got to be on reload for another 10 more seconds. They can easily take him down. As Nightmare and Black hit him, but Reflection misses his shot. He might get the reload off. He gets around that corner. And Nightmare must get the shot, but no, he fires. He missed.
Straight into a whole bunch of other tanks.
Ren kills him. Bulkin's the only guy left. Spring's the only one down for Elong. They're going to take the first game. No one expected that. Who looked at the statistics of weak play, Santa Claus 6, which only means you can't predict it. I was saying this morning, I was saying like, Statistically, this is a done game. It's 5-0. Good job, Elon, getting this far. But they look at this. They deserve it.
Absolutely. I mean, nobody would have expected. Everybody was pretty much expecting that we play Santa Claus 6. We're going to win this 5-0.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I absolutely love seeing upsets like this.
We all do. The underdog ram kill from Nice. Finish him. Boosh.
That's 100 style points right there for EL Gaming.
Wow, I'm happy with this. I'm impressed with this. Elon have exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, that's we play firmly on the back foot after the first game.
Completely surprising.
They're really going to have to reassess how they're going to play the next couple of matches. They weren't almost certainly not expecting that to happen. That was just humiliating.
It was decisive, really decisive. I love it, and I think it's actually an APAC Asia. What should I say, staple, that they stay together as a big armored fist with one guy separate. Only one guy. So it's 6 guys as an armored fist and one guy maybe separate. And then they wait, and then just go in together. Yeah. And they punch through your line. If you're separated in the wrong way, they destroy you. And that's exactly what we saw.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
And that's the thing about these, about the new format with the 7 players per team and so on and so on. And the time limit set at 7 minutes as well, is that when stuff starts to happen, it happens really quickly. Right, and when you only have 7 players maximum on each team, it's not like playing a 15-player per side random battle that you do normally when you're playing World of Tanks, where if you lose 1 tank out of 15, it's not good, but it doesn't really matter.
1/15 is less than 1/7.
Exactly.
Just look at it that way.
If you lose one of your tanks when it's only 7 versus 7, it's a much, much bigger drawback for your team. And teams playing at this level capitalise on that, take advantage of it, and punish you.
It's all about your guns. Quickie Baby famously always says 1 HP tank is still just as useful as a full HP tank when it comes to damage dealing.
As we saw yesterday when Kazna crew were playing against, I think it might have been against Arete. One of the guys on Kazna crew in an AMX 1390 with a full magazine was reduced to 4 hit points in a tank rush that came over the hill on the northern end of Murovanka. And then it was as if everybody on Arete just sort of, okay, somebody else is going to finish him off. And he got to fire 5 more shots while on 4 hit points with nobody focusing him down. You cannot make that kind of mistake at this level of play. And
if he gets away and you ignore it, let's say, like, 1390's got very low camera rating. If you didn't know, light tanks don't reveal themselves when they're moving. Right. They have their full camera value at all times. So a 1390 is perfect for getting away. And he got away, and he probably just stayed unspotted and able to get his clap off somehow. But that is the difference. You've got to finish off these tanks. You can't let them get away with even 1 HP because they're just crazy. But I have to say, remember, that this is with Elon on the defensive. It doesn't mean that Santa Claus and his 6 reindeer are out of this yet. So let's go into game number 2 and see if Elon can pull off another victory. They are currently 1-0 up. They're defending again. They've taken a different lineup. Haven't they? Brian Bren's in the 12th turn this time. He wasn't in it. Was he in it?
No, he wasn't. No.
He wasn't in it.
And We Play have also shifted their lineup. They've got an extra RU-251. And they've lost the T49.
Yeah, it's because he missed. Oh no! Look at that. They are nervous. Spring and Black just whack into each other. 30 HP could be the difference between surviving just and not. You cannot afford to do silly mistakes like that.
So let's have a look at the deployment. We Play.
Same.
Same
very,
here
very
for Elon.
Same for Elon.
Bulkin is in the T37, and he's not heading down to check out the Southern Cap. Oh, no, wait, he is. He's just taking his time getting there. Look at that line of T54 lightweights.
That's the scary thing. Nightmare's the guy on the top that does the distraction. Yeah. And they're not taking the T49 because they know that Elon likes the big rush attack. And with a slow reload, it just doesn't work.
It limits.
Yeah.
So they're adapting their tactics and the lineup on the fly in response to what Elon Gaming are doing. Bulkin again, he's headed around, or he's managed to get round again, and he's now overlooking the second cap. But how many of EL Gaming have been spotted up there? I don't think they've spotted anybody other than Nightmare so far. Yeah, Nightmare's continually being spotted, but he knows that's what's happening, and that's what he's up there for. Bulkin's been spotted.
He's spotted, right, so they know he's there. See, Bulkin, this is weird, because normally what they do to counter this tactic from Elon would be to send down a couple of damage tanks in this low direction, and then they can hit where Spring and all the T-54 lightweights are and do damage to their rears. They have no armor, so there's nowhere to hide, and they have to retreat.
But they've got that AMX 12T in that bush again. That completely overpowered bush overlooking that
It
flag.
really is overpowered. It's a 5616 or a 12-ton that goes to that bush area, and it's a big enough area that you have to send a lot of blind shots its direction, and there's no clear line of fire to it. Oh, Nightmare makes a huge mistake. His ammo gets damaged, and he has to retreat at 279 HP.
They're probably going to have to swap him out with somebody else. Oh, he's taken another hit. Okay, they can't afford to lose him.
23 HP. See, what did I say earlier? They took 23 damage from ramming.
That's right.
That's exactly how much. Look at Spring. He lost 23 HP. If that was him who took the damage early on, Nightmare would be dead. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
So they're going to have to swap Nightmare out with somebody else to take up that spotting position.
Oh, dear.
Although they do have... Actually... No, there's Colosoid. He's spotted. And Bulkin keeps... He can't see that guy in the AMX-12T down in that bush. He hasn't been spotted the entire game, but he knows that there's somebody roughly in that location.
That's intelligent, guys. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, they come.
The Colosoid is coming over trying to get Nightmare. They know where Nightmare is, I think.
They want to finish him off.
Hiding at the back to make sure that he's not. But Fox takes a lot of damage. This is looking really bad for Elong. They've rammed again as Black and Reflection hit each other.
They've got to capitalise on this. Watch how they focus their fire.
Wow, the Just Created takes a lot of damage in that RU. Remember, the RU's got not much armor. We do
this
see
is not good.
That the entire of the blue team is split up. We play is completely split up. This could be the advantage. Elong needs to get back to HP, and they have. It's only 100 damage. In fact, they're taking over in HP damage there, and it's going to be down to the thing. Nightmare needs to come in and start doing damage. He may be on low HP, but if he's not firing, he might as well be dead. And he is trying to get the shots on Beowulf, but it's not working so much. Nice is also down on one hit, but no one's dead yet. On Elong, 3 guys on 1 shot. Reflection goes down, but 3 guys are still on 1 shot. Snatch don't ram each other. Beowulf goes in, and Spring is surrounded. They are bending against each other, but they are moving around. Flying Mushroom takes a lot of damage, and Black rams into Beowulf to track him.
There's
and
only 2 of them left on Wheel Play.
Black, Fox, and Gurren Ren might actually be able to pull this off. What is happening? Elong are dominating, absolutely schooling the Russians here. This is crazy. I've never seen such a thing. But Black is now 1 versus 2, but he's killed Beowulf.
He's got the health.
And it's a T-37 versus the T-54 lightweight. I don't like Bulkin's
only
chances.
chance now. Well, what is he going to do? He can still, because the...
What's happening? What's happening?
He has to attack an almost full health T-54 lightweight because they're on the attacking team. If the situation was reversed, he could try to run and hide in the forest and hope that EL Gaming weren't going to try to run it out in the cap. But they have the time to do it, but they can't do it now because...
Remember, Elong are defending anyway. So they literally...
Exactly.
Black can just sit back and he wins.
But right now, he just has to sit there.
So you know what Bulkin's doing? What is Bulkin's doing is delaying to give them 2 minutes to chat. We play are now chatting like, what the hell is going wrong? You know, why are we losing this game? We should be winning. We should be winning this. And that is exactly what's going on.
I would take my chances in the T-37 against a lot of tanks, but not a T-54 lightweight.
Yeah.
He's seen him.
He's seen him, and he goes down to 14 HP. That's another example of 23 HP being enough to save you. And Black, the guy who rammed his teammates twice, is the guy saving the day, and he will chase him down. Elong, 2-0.
He's got nothing to lose. He's got the health. He can afford to take a couple of hits. There's one.
Ram kill.
He's going to.
Ram kill.
Is he going to? He is.
Ram
he
kill.
is.
Ram.
It is.
Yeah. He almost died though. That was cocky from Black. That was really cocky. That was disrespectful.
He almost didn't hit him with his front armor.
That was almost disrespectful. I would say that was a bit unsportsmanlike.
But the thing is, well, what would have happened?
If he lost that, he deserved to lose that.
But that's the thing, because he's on the defending team, and the attacking team have to kill all of the enemy
Black
tanks
was the last guy alive.
cap. But if he's the last one alive, and they all die, who wins?
Oh, it's a drop. They rematch. They replay. If Black died on that ram, for whatever reason, then they would actually replay the match, because everyone died at the same time. If all tanks died, both teams completed their objective, killing all tanks, right? That's the primary objective of World of Tanks. They would have to actually replay. It's the only way there's a draw, but it's a good draw. You gotta admit, if everyone dies, it's a good draw.
Yeah, that's the good draw. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, I thought these games would be a whitewash. I'm happy. You know these people say like, oh, I don't like being wrong. I like being wrong.
Yeah,
I thought it was
like being wrong in a situation
5-0.
like this. Yeah, it's going to be another 5-0 whitewash.
Amazing. This is why it's a wild card, right? Wild cards don't have the experience usually of the teams that have been in the league for a long time and earned the points.
Yeah.
This is different for the Cancer Creatures. They've earned points. They were 1 point shy of Virtus.Pro. Really, really close. So it's like they're a wild card, but at the same time, they've got all the experience, almost the same as Virtus.Pro.
They're the European champions, aren't they?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Current European champions. So that's why they're a bit stronger. More reliable. That's what I'm going to say. Reliable wildcard. But these guys were they're completely new for the Gold League. They went through bronze, silver, gold, and came second in the Gold League last season. And that's why they were giving the wildcard slot for the Russian region. They're like, hey, okay, let's get these guys in. They've proven themselves, and they are a bit all over the place. They're a bit excitable. So let's see how they do. And a lot of people I was talking to backstage were like, Hellraisers, they're going to be contenders for Navi. And then after yesterday, they were like, actually, Santa Claus, I think they're the contenders for Navi. And everyone's changing their mind.
Yeah.
And then today, I'm like, well, what about Elong? What about Elong? That was really strong.
I mean,
that was good.
How were Elong seeded in their area? Were they the first? I can't remember.
No, Elong was second. They came back behind Arete. But Arete had a huge group. They played really well, but their group was incredibly tough.
Yeah.
So it's not like they had it easy.
I mean, for the qualification into the Grand Finals.
They were second. Arete was number 1.
Oh, and Arete, wow.
And they got knocked out.
They got knocked out.
Yeah, but they were against loads of other seeds as well. It was hard. But let's go into the battle, and we will see Elong attacking now on Murovanka.
That's right.
And it might be a different story. So, 2-0 to Elong. Now they're still in the red, but they're on the offensive. Can we play SC6 defend better than they attack? We will find out soon enough. Let's have a look at the lineup.
So, again, it's exact. Oh, no, they've swapped out. Vulcan is no longer in his T37. Now he's in 59-16.
A freeze. Something's wrong again.
Oh.
No? Yes? No?
No,
yes?
we're still going.
Yes, we are still going.
Yeah, EL Gaming is still on the move.
They stopped for a second, and I guess everything's fine.
Right.
Okay, good. Panic.
So,
I almost had a heart attack.
So how are we going to defend this one?
This is that classic lineup. This is the Rush lineup. This is the APAC Asia Rush lineup. We saw Reti doing it yesterday. Anyone who was tuning yesterday sees this lineup. This is the Rush lineup. They have the LTTBs with the 54s. They just go in as a big bulk, and they have all the armor and all the HP. But Reflection is caught out, takes a lot of damage as he goes against the RU. RU's in a great position because he's got his hold down, and he's able to do some selection. It's going to be the first guy focus. But look at the background. Funny Mushroom is already out. Whoa. We play a down a gun already, and still no one's dead for Elong. There goes Black, but he was in an tier 7. Reflection goes down again, tier 7. Just Creative is down to very low HP. One more shot and he'll be taken out. Ram, no, not Ram, kill. Goran Ren managed to get around the back of him. Sietch is, I think I said that wrong, is also down to 1 shot. Nice, and Nicholas, they're focusing down again. Elong are dominating. They are schooling. They're taking them back into the classroom and teaching them how to play tanks. This is how you do it. Nice, he's chasing Bolkings. Well, he's in the back, but Fox, I can't say it anymore. Beowulf is the last guy left. Nightmare Fox, Spring, and Goran Ren are left alive. This is a near impossible battle for
It looked for a second
WePlay.
there that WePlay actually had reacted very, very well to that rush, but then it just came down to a whole bunch of individual fights, and EL whooped their asses.
And Beowulf goes down. 4 still are left alive. Elong Gaming won their attack. Murovanka, Elong are dominating. This is insane.
It's the complete opposite of what everybody was predicting.
Yeah! Underdogs. I love when predictions are wrong. I love when the analysts are like, yes, this is what's going to happen, because we know what's going on. And this is what I was like before the show, so I'm taking the mick out myself, really. But just like, this is what's going on. Statistically speaking, and from past performances, we're going to see this, and this happen. And then nothing like that happens, and everyone dies.
Yeah. The focus fire there was just, it was classic. It was perfect. There was some great calls from the team captain saying, right, this guy, and now this guy, now this. Oh, look, they're all dead. We win.
Do you know what? I was having a conversation with, I think it was Alexis from the Wargaming Europe office. And I said to him, like, you know, I am a little bit disappointed that Jingles and Quickie Baby are going to have all the semi-final games, because they're going to be the best games of the day. It's like, they're going to have all the high-profile teams and all the really good things. And I was like, I'm a little bit disappointed, but I totally support I want them to do it. It's going to be great fun. I'm going to enjoy watching it. But, you know, as a fan myself, I want to be there myself. You know the feeling. And then I was like, but the first battle, they're all going to be 5-0. And he goes, you never know what's going to happen. I was like, no, it's going to be 5-0. We all know this. I mean, Elong stands no chances.
Yeah.
They're just not going to be able to pull it off. We've seen WePlay SC6. They're just so much better. I'm talking like I know this, like I'm a professional, and I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, so I'm the talent here, and obviously EL Gaming stand no chance. Oh, jeez, what?
I was like, I'm looking at this. Oh my God, what's going on? We can actually see the score in the background here. School Bus 1, Castle Crew 1. So that's the score from the other stream, if you guys want to know what's been going on there. European Cluster, Castle Crew 1. European Cluster, School Bus also 1. So they're doing really even over there. So that's the score over there. But over here, it is 3-0 to Elong. And we're going to go in and see if Elong's second assault can go as well, because Santa Claus and his 6th reindeer does not want to be 4-0 down going into the second map.
Because that means they have to win 5 games in a row.
Oh, yes. Time to roll out. Reflection Black still in the LTTBs. 5 lightweights there for Elong Gaming.
And we play with exactly the same lineup as in the previous match. 4 T54 lightweights, a pair of RU-251 Sperrpanzers, and Bulkin once again in the 59-16.
And
this time they've
running away.
completely changed their tactics.
They're running away.
Now, Bulkin's been left in the spawn to keep an eye on the western cap.
Yeah.
And everybody else is relocating to the lower ground to the south of the forest. But here comes Reflection.
Really nice play from Reflection. You know he's firing there, guys, just in case you didn't know. When you fire, your chance of being spotted raises, and they all have 6th sense.
And this is exactly what he's doing. He's trying to find the enemy team. And I think he does. He's spotted 4 of them.
He's got to get out of there. Reflection, one more shot and he's down. But do you see the arm of the LTTB there? He took shots from the 54 lightweights.
Yeah, it's the sloped armor at the rear.
He had his turret facing backwards for a reason.
Yes.
And it bounced off his mantlet a few times. But here comes his support. Reflection did a good job finding out where they are.
He did a great job. He spotted at least 4 of We Play down in the forest at the south there.
Oh,
so they now know where the bulk of the enemy team are. And here they go. They're reacting to that.
Wow, I don't know. Oh, yeah, they are. They're going for the cap.
They're going for the cap. They're now forcing them to abandon that position and come after them.
Ren, come on, man. Stay in the cap. He rolled in and out again.
Yeah.
And wasted 3 seconds.
He's trying to take advantage of that bush.
Oh,
so
the
now
blind
they're firing.
shots.
Here come the blind shots.
Will they hit him, though? Look at that HP bar for Ren.
When they fire, they're giving their positions away.
Oh, look at Black. Black's in a fantastic place.
He is.
But Spring is getting focused. He's bouncing a couple of shots. He's down to 1 more shot. He dips into cover, though. He is safe. But look at the HP draining away from Elong Gaming. It does not look as strong as before. But Black opened fire against the 59-16. He might have been spotted because he was spotted. He took a shot. That was a big play there by Black, but he did reveal his advantage position. So I'm not sure if that's good or bad there. This is a dubious position for Elong. We Play have a bit of an advantage, but they have to come in to the defense of Elong.
And they're doing exactly that. We Play are now moving out from the bushes. They're coming out mob-handed. They're going to attempt to obviously isolate individual tanks and focus them down.
10 seconds left.
They can't afford to stick around. They've got to get in the cap.
8,
6.
This is like rugby. They're ramming them to stop them getting into the cap. 3, 2, 1.
Somebody
it's a reset! It's a
double reset! They've done it!
They have to abandon the cap attempt and fight this out, but it might be too little too late.
But they've lost too much health doing it.
Oh my god, that was like a scrum in rugby or American football where they were just diving in front.
Get in there, sack the quarterback.
Oh no, do you know what I said earlier? When Brian Wren went into the cap and went out again, I said he just lost them 3 seconds.
That could have been, that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
That's the difference.
That's exactly, oh no.
Oh my god, that's it. One little mistake. That would have won them the game. That little mistake is exactly what can happen. When you come to this level of play, every second counts. If it takes you that 1 extra second to decide to turn around and go back to help your allies, you can be 1 second too late to save your ally. And then remember, every gun you lose, that DPM is removed completely.
Exactly.
If you were there 1 second earlier and got that shot off or killed that guy who would have killed that guy, your team has the advantage. If you're 1 second late, you don't have that advantage anymore. So every second counts.
What a match. Oh, 2 seconds to go to get the recap.
I need my coffee.
2 seconds to go, and was it Black in the T54 lightweight equivocating on whether or not exactly how he could get in that bush in the cap at the beginning?
No, Guan Ren.
Guan Ren.
Black was the LTTB going on the south.
Who went on the south to get the spots.
Okay, so let's blank our thing. Prokhorovka is the next map. It's 3-1 currently to Elong. How can they do on Prokhorovka? Let's take a look at that map and see what they can do on this. It's a very open map, very favouring the... I expect to see Elong taking the T54 lightweights and the LTTBs again, doing the big armoured fist. We see a lot of the battles in the middle there between the 2 cap zones because it's super hard to defend on this map.
It is. I don't expect to see... I mean, I expect We Play to be taking pretty much the same lineup on here. Although we haven't seen occasionally on Prokhorovka, this is where somebody tries to sneak some of the artillery in. Some of the Tier 6 artillery, like the M44.
Oh, I'm just...
I can't believe that last game.
I'm still stuck on the last game, sorry. I just like, that was every second count, and I was like, I really thought Elong had done a great job. They rammed, it was like 2 seconds left, and then I realized...
They saw them coming, it was like ramming speed, we've got to delay them, we've got to delay them.
It felt like I was
just
watching
sacrificing
rugby.
tanks.
And it's like jumping in and like grab him, and it was cool. That was awesome.
Amazing, some great play. People were just throwing their tanks away to stop them from getting in and resetting.
And that means they couldn't lose, they couldn't win the battle because they went all in. It was like, you're playing poker, you could go play safe and play the long game, or you can go all in. And they went all in, and it didn't pay out.
It was like, if this doesn't work, we're screwed, but it has to work.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Prokhorovka, we're going to expect a big armoured fist from Elong. What about Santa Claus and his 6 deers? What are we going to see from
they're
them?
firmly on the back foot here, but I don't think they can afford to be defensive. Because every time so far that EL Gaming they've done that armoured fist pile driver, they've smashed them.
Yeah.
So they can't afford to sit around and wait for that to happen. They're going to have to be more proactive in these games. Certainly, at least, I mean, you're sitting here saying, yes, this is how these professional teams should be playing.
We're speculating.
Shut up, Jingles, you know nothing.
We could be wrong. You know. We should have that permanently stuck on the screen. Like, we could be wrong. This is just our opinion. In my opinion, Jingles, this is what's going to happen. But we've got to say that WePlay might be learning the moves of Elong, and it might happen. Let's find out exactly what's going on, though, in Prokhorovka. 3-1 currently to Elong Gaming. They are on the assault, which seems to be what they favour to do. WePlay on the defensive. It is an armoured fist here by EL Gaming. Exactly the lineup I predicted. Let's look at the more interesting lineup, though.
Now, WePlay, I'm not seeing any massive changes, except they have 2 Walker Bulldogs instead of the single Tier 6 Scout to back up the RU251 that's going with the bulk of the team in T54 lightweights. And this is interesting. Reflection's heading right up to get some early spots.
Again,
he got them.
He's good at this. He's an absolute boss at finding where the enemies are. But unlucky, his Amarai gets hit. He has to use a repair kit. That's unfortunate.
Now Nightmare here, he's not going to see much, but they need to have somebody down there sitting on the railway line, just keeping an eye on the hill in case...
He's firing constantly. Look at that fire. Nightmare was firing constantly to see if he's spotted. Now he knows there is nobody here, and he's going to make a move solo. Look at that play by Nightmare. Beautiful, intelligent play. And Nightmare's, it sounds like a risky move, but he did check that there was no one there before he moved. Now this is like the ninja. He's going out the back.
Look at him sneaking up the side.
And do that.
It's risky because they don't know exactly how many of WePlay are in that spot. They've only spotted 2 or 3 of them. Beowulf got lit up, and I think another one, and that's pretty much it. But now Nightmare is taking a peek over the railway line in the centre. He's trying to spot more of them. Notice just creative, right at the back there.
And we are seeing a little bit of a standoff. And this is Elong deciding what to do. You see all their main combat tanks are in reserve, and they are waiting to choose the direction of attack. That's what they're doing here. And there's people in the audience who still don't recognise my voice. I was answering the questions while you were talking, and I think I have to say my catchphrase, really. It's just like, and welcome to Best Replays of the Week. So it's like...
He's the best replays of the week guy.
And that is it. It's Best Replays of the Week, live here, and we're just going to play it like this. We should try and do one like that sort of commentary. And it's like, and Nightmare
Look at what Nightmare's doing.
Looking around. He's regrouping.
That's
This is the regroup.
So they've decided, we don't actually need you on that flank. Because I thought they were going to maybe send him around as a sneaky flanking attack, but they can't really do that until they know where the bulk of
and they know that they're
are.
together. They know WePlay are together, so they cannot have a flanking attack. It won't work because they'll be split up.
They need to maximise their fire.
They're going to maximise
it.
So Black is going in first.
Here it comes.
Black's diving in to be the sacrificial lamb as the main gun's coming behind him. He takes a little bit of damage with Beowulf. Look at Beowulf. He's gone. He burnt to death. He's fried like an egg on the top of a bonnet. And we have Sneash going down. He's one shot. He's got down. Focus fire from Elong is absolutely superb. Black is down, but he was a tier 7. Nicest one shot. He's still alive. Nightmare is still alive. And he's got 1 hit again. Reflection's on 1 hit as well. What is WePlay doing? They need to finish off these guns.
They're not finishing Nightmare off.
There he is. Reflection goes down, but he was the other tier 7. Nightmare and Nice is still alive.
Look at that.
This is beautiful playing again by Elong, but the HP advantage is over double. They're going to do it again. This is going to be 4-1. Elong, what has happened? Did they take some adrenaline
Why
for
is
breakfast?
Nightmare? They finally killed Nightmare. How could you cannot make that kind of mistake at this level of play?
I think
Nightmare was on like 6 health for 40 seconds.
So was Nice. And Reflection. Oh, this has happened in 3 battles so far. WePlay are not focusing their fire, but Elong, they must be like, and target that guy, and target that guy.
It's like watching a bunch of Terminator T-800s play tanks.
It is. They're robots. They're going in. It's like, target that guy. Okay, sir. Bang. He's dead. Next target. This guy. Wow. This is insane. Look at this chase.
Well, he has to run away.
On.
He has to survive. I mean, I don't fancy his chances, but he has to stay alive for another 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
Wow.
Unfortunately, and he's been ammo-racked, so...
I want to see his turret fly. Oh, it's just going to be a ram kill, soft kill, and that is 4-1 for Elon Gaming. Not
on the bright side, they did all get spotted at the end there.
Wow. We play. I got a tip for you. If you're listening, just get close. Get close. We play. Kill tanks.
Yeah.
The point of the game is to kill tanks. I know it might be difficult. It might be hard to do. And it's easy for us armchair generals to say it, but I thought this tip might help.
Yeah. You cannot, I mean, you see it all the time in random battles.
Yes, of course.
Where a tank's on low health and you manage to disengage, get away, and then kills another 3 tanks before, while everybody else is looking at each other thinking, oh yeah, somebody else will take him out.
I hate it when I have a one-on-one. I have a one-on-one with a guy and he wins and he's on no HP, but I know he's good. Right?
Yeah.
I know I was like, respect, mate. All chat, like, respect. And then he goes and kills 7 more guys. You're like,
yeah,
I could have saved the game. It would have been me.
At least I got beaten by him.
Yeah, but I was like, if I just did that one little bit better, I would have won the game because that 7 kills would not have happened.
Yeah. But at this level of play, you cannot afford to let players as good as this get away when they're one-shot kills. The focus fire from Santa Claus in this one just wasn't there. Yeah,
we see it on Must Be Plays of the Week all the time that one guy takes a lot of damage early on and then goes, you know what? I'm going to sit back now and play properly. Actually, this is the thing I think all of us do. It's like we go in there, we've got lots of HP, we're a bit reckless, we lose that HP, and then we turn around and go, like, okay, now I'm going to start playing.
Now I'm a tank destroyer.
Now I'm playing seriously. And I think that happens sometimes, even at this level. But yeah, that's what we're seeing here. Wow.
That's not good for WePlay. They're not looking. They're not enjoying this game.
It's good for China because that's the last Chinese team that survived, I believe.
Yeah. Well, they're a Chinese team, but they're from the APAC server.
Yes,
Yato are the Chinese team that are through.
Yeah, they're both Chinese teams, but one from APAC, one from Chinese League. They're 2 different leagues, but both from China. There's a lot of Chinese demographics.
It's weird.
But this is the last APAC Asia. But there are still 2. There's another Chinese team, Yato, that we'll see after this. We're both commentating on that game.
I really like the look of Yato.
And now I am.
Yeah.
The playstyle seems to work against the Russian style, and they're playing against Hellraisers, which is also another Russian team.
Yeah.
So we're going to see China versus Russia twice. Amazing. And this is the upset. I see our Russian commentators to the right. They're not looking as happy as we are.
Yeah, they're not looking very happy at all.
They're looking a little bit different to us.
They're like, what did we just watch?
Yeah, we're not pretending to be biased. We just like an upset.
Exactly.
And we're not on either one or the other. I
have to admit, when I was watching, because Yato was saying during the the game's on now.
The game is on.
Let's get in there.
Go on, Jingles, you talk.
Right. So we play on the defensive yet again. If they lose this one, they're out. So I'm not looking at any major change. Oh, they've lost. They've gone for an extra T54 lightweight instead of the RU251.
They're adapting to Elong.
Yeah.
They're changing their tactics to match Elong, not the other way around. I've never seen this happen from a Russian team, but Black spotted them all.
Black's going for it.
And look at this.
He's lit them all up.
I love this play by Elong. WePlay thought that they're just going to rush the middle and they're going to engage them. And we are completely seeing them denied by Elong. It's like, you know what? They're going to think we're going to do that. We're not. It's not as simple as that. Their tactics look simple, but they're not.
Check them all on the Tank Destroyer Avenue over there at one line.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to run into WePlay. WePlay are going to cut across.
And WePlay are spread out.
It's going to happen again. They're going to catch him off guard again. But Black is away. He might be too far from the battle, and his DPM might be removed. WePlay have got back together. Reflections are taken out. That's it. But Killisoid goes down to 1/3 of his HP. But this time it looks like the advantage is strongly in WePlay's favor. But it's now. Oh, hell is breaking loose.
And
this is
Black.
The chaotic melee. Killisoid's at 1 hit. This time it looks like the reverse is happening. They listened to me. This is it. They heard the radio waves, and they are this time taking out the guns. Screw Rain goes down. Nice is down. Reflection is down.
They finished Killisoid off.
They are 3 of the other tanks down, but they have 1,000 HP advantage. Beowulf needs to get taken by Nightmare and Foxburg. Just Creative is coming in to try and interfere, and he succeeds. Black's ram doesn't work, and I think Elon are on the back row for the first time in a long time. WePlay need this win to stay in the battle. In fact, if they lose this, they're out of the tournament completely. So this is important. Just Creative at 50% HP, but he takes out Black's. Fox is on his own.
Attempting to shield Black with the whole of his vehicle.
Mushroom is not in a great position right now. It's Just Creative is between him and his teammate, but Fox he can't kill Just Creative in time.
No, he
Funny
can't do
Mushroom's
it.
there.
And Falcon is fully loaded with his Walker Bulldog.
It's 2 tier 7s. Yeah, but the reload is too strong.
And he's still got 5 or 6 shots left, and it was just a matter of time.
If he was a little bit faster with Just Creative, killing Just Creative, maybe he could have pulled this off.
But we play Santa Claus 6, still in it.
Yes, they are. It's 4-2 now, and everything. They're on sudden death for 3 more games.
That's right.
Minimum.
Yes, they have to win every other game to stay in. Otherwise, in fact,
crazy.
If EL win 1 more, it's goodbye to WePlay. WePlay have to win the remaining games in this match in order to go through to the semi-finals.
Whoop, whoop, there it is. Best replays of the week. It's got lots of content right now, although we don't use team battles for best replays of the week. We don't. We kind of separate the esports from the casual games. We know that a lot of people don't play team battles. I hope you guys at home this is the community stream, so I assume most of you haven't played team battles, or at least not very familiar with it. So by all means, if this has interested you, you want to be a little bit more. Are you one of these players? This is the sales pitch, right? I'm going to do it right now. If you're one of those players who are fed up with your teammates losing the game for you, always at the end going, oh, sod my team are so bad, GG.
It's very polite of you.
Yeah, if you're one of those players, then team battles may be for you. After the patch next, you can log into the game, form your own team of 7, and actually play ranked matchmaking with people you can trust and rely on. Your 6 other guys you know, and you've handpicked. So if you lose, it's your fault.
We want you for team battles.
Exactly. If you're not one of those people, keep playing randoms and just watch our stream for fun. Yeah. That's it. That's why there's different game modes for the different people. It's a secret, but that's exactly why it is. So if you're one of these people, then by all means join in the competitive scene, because you might actually find more pleasure there. If you're not, then don't. It's entirely up to you. What's the score right now on the stage?
Just looking at School Bus have won 3.
And it's 2 to Kazna.
3-2 to Kazna crew.
3-2 to Kazna. It's really close in the other stream. It's getting close in this one too. It's 4-2, so it's not far from that for us as well. It looks like all the games in the quarterfinals today are incredibly close.
You have to expect that. I mean, these are the best teams in the world.
Right.
That's the thing, and I made this point yesterday. You're looking at the scores of some of these matches, and you're thinking, well, these guys won 5-0, or these got this, that, whatever the score. The scores aren't really telling you how good the gameplay has been.
Yeah.
Because these are the very best players playing against the very best players, and the difference is so minimal between these teams that just that tiny difference is enough to separate the men from the boys at this level.
When you see that offer that says like 1% off, when you're buying a Kit Kat, and you're like, well, that's nothing. But still, it could be the difference between winning and losing at this level of skill, that 1 extra miles per hour. But let's go into game and see if Elong can seal the deal, or will WePlay make a start coming back into this, because it was 4-1, it's 4-2 now. If they can keep the momentum going, have they figured out and broken Elong's strategies? Because regardless of their defending or attacking, they do the same strategy. Because Elong, they realize this is a very open map, this is a very decisive map, and look at that, WePlay, exact same lineup as well.
Exactly the same lineup. They're going with what works. And, oh wow, look at this. Oh wow.
Oh, they've caught him out in the open. Wait a minute, Beowulf is caught.
They're just charging straight into each other.
The damage, and they're going straight into each other. T-34 lightweight, the Snatch guy, he's down to just over 50% HP, and but the focus fire isn't there for anybody really.
No,
the damage is
very
spread
cagey
around.
about it.
But Black's gone through and is trying to cause chaos, but in fact he ricocheted off the Walker Bulldog. I didn't realize the Walker Bulldog was that tough. But LTTB is bouncing shots from the Walker Bulldog as well. However, he's doing loads of damage here.
EL are down to.
But you've got to
lost
notice,
2 guns.
I just want to point out the reload here for Funny Mushroom and Bulking is up, which means they're down to just 3 tanks, which are actually taking a lot of damage. Spring, Nightmare, Fox, Black, and Reflection are all firing
down.
still.
Black's down.
And Nicholas is the last guy left. Funny Mushroom and Bulking have no shots remaining. This is the disadvantage of the autoloaders.
That's exactly it.
Once they're gone, Nicholas is down. We might be seeing the end of WePlay as we have
Bulking's almost reloaded
versus each other, but now it's 2 Walker Bulldogs versus 2 T-54 lightweights.
Vulcan has reloaded. Funny Mushroom will be reloaded in 5 seconds.
And they're regrouping, aren't they? Because remember, they just have to
they're pulling back.
Wait a minute.
They just have to.
Elong pull back. Elong should pull back and shouldn't chase this.
Exactly, they're defending.
Oh, but they tracked him! They got Funny Mushroom in the long range, taking him down to just below half HP.
Oh,
one more shot is gone! Fox aims and misses. This is one more shot. Fox is just aiming now. He needs to stay still, do a max aim shot. And
he's taking him out!
He gets him!
That must have been a 550-meter range hit.
That was just like the $1 million shot. I can't remember how much they've just earned from that, but it's a few $1,000s.
That was the game maker.
Shot.
That one shot is what has handed this game to EL Gaming.
APAC Asia has a semi-finalist.
Well, let's not get too carried away.
There's
if
no
Nightmare
way.
goes after him, that's
Okay,
an autoloader.
okay, maybe.
He has to wait for Fox TS to back
Does
him
have
up.
to wait for Fox.
But Bulkin knows he can't afford to hang around. He has to get in there and kill him, and that's exactly what Nightmare's done.
And
he's
now
peeked
running
over
in
to tease him.
Wait a minute. Yes, that's it. You right.
Yeah.
Fox got the shot in. That's it. Nightmare needs one more landing shot. There's no way. And it's victory!
Yeah.
Elon Gaming have done it. This is it.
That's it. They're through.
It's amazing.
We play Santa Claus 6 are out, but that move there from Nightmare at the end, I thought, what are you doing? You're mad. You need to wait for Fox TS to arrive.
Just dancing.
Just dancing. He was like, I'm going to tease him into coming over after me. And so Bulkin knew, I've got to nail this guy before the other one gets here.
I did think they made a little bit of a mistake, but it really didn't matter at that point, where Nightmare then pushed over the hill and really eliminating Fox.
He was trying to tease Bulkin into coming over after him and finishing him off before Fox arrived, so he could use the remainder shots in a one-on-one. Trying to make it 2 one-on-one fights rather than a 2-on-1 fight, but played exactly into Nightmare's hands.
All I can say is, analysis in the bin. We just saw the first wild card eliminated.
Yeah.
On the stage right now, Casna Crew 3, School Bus 3. That's the other wild card versus the number 1 seed of EU. So the wild card EU versus number 1 EU, 3-all on the main stage. So I feel that we should go to break, so you guys can go and watch that match.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Over at WGL EU, that is the next match starting. We will be back here with Yato versus Hellraisers.
That's right.
Hellraisers very soon. So keep this stream up on a second tab on low, so you're not jamming up your bandwidth. And as soon as you see us coming back, you can do it. But go
watch School Bus and Casna Crew. 3-3. It's going to be a great quarterfinal.
All right, so go guys. We're going to watch it now. You go watch it too. Okay. We'll see you in a second.